Good morning, everyone. This first video is just going to be a quick intro to, well, I guess getting everything set up on your computer, since you're going to be working from home now, and then the upcoming project, kind of what we're going to be doing. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. First things first, I've already put the assignment up on Google Classroom, so make sure you accept that, and then jump to the link, right? So accept the assignment. Just remember, if you log in on Chrome on your computer at home and you log in using your school login, you should have all of your passwords that you saved there at school. So after you have your repository created, we can jump into that. Now, you don't have to use Git at home. You don't have to. It will make working with your repository a lot easier. So, you know, when you want to go to clone it and things like that, if you have Git installed on your computer at home, it's ideal. It'll make, like I say, it'll make adding and committing and pushing just easier, because you can do it through VS Code. However, if you absolutely cannot get it installed for some reason, then you can download your repository as a zip, unzip that on your computer, work on the code, and then come back into GitHub website here and just do upload files, and you basically upload the new file over the old file and put a commit message in and stuff. So you can get away without using Git. However, you can also, if you just Google Git for Windows, this is it basically. There's this Windows Git SCM, and you download you're going to want the 64-bit more than likely, 64 for Windows. Download that and install it, and that should give you, it'll actually give you a bash shell as well, so it's kind of like the terminal at school. So you can use that, and then, but mostly it's going to allow you to integrate then with Visual Studio Code. So let's go ahead and take a look at the project. This is actually going to be two projects. We're going to take our time on it. I am not in any rush at all. You know, there's no telling how long we may be in this environment, and so I really don't want you to feel super stressed. I mean, I hope you enjoy what we're doing, and so again, I'm really hoping that you've kind of come up with like a side project to work on, things like that, and I would love for you to share those in our Discord channel, like what you're working on. Set up a GitHub repository and just make it public and let other people look at it, and maybe you know, a couple of you want to get together and make something. I know there's some people working on Discord bots. You're welcome to, I mean, there's an upper limit to the number of bots I want in our channel, but you know, I've got a couple in there already. We can put some more. Heck, I can set up a Discord server that's just for student bots if you want, things like that. Although you have to ask yourself, what's the point? But it might be fun. But yeah, so we're going to be working on this project for your grade, but then like I say, I'm not going to rush this, so we'll take our time. So let's take a look at the assignment here, or I guess the projects. Oh, well, I'll explain. So this is the video explain the project in Discord. In our first meeting, I'll explain. So by the time you watch this video, theoretically, you should already have an idea of what the setup is going to look like over the next couple of weeks. So I'll assume that future me does that. So here we go. So in this project, we're actually going to have two parts. We're going to analyze the current data from, it's actually Johns Hopkins is where the data is coming from. And so we'll be analyzing that data, specifically the United States data, although I've been playing around with it here the last couple of days and like looking at how Italy is increasing, or how France is increasing, things like that, and using that to try to figure out how close to reality the model has been historically, I suppose, and then trying to use that to then kind of predict future numbers, just to kind of wrap my head around what's happening. So yeah, so we're going to be analyzing the infection numbers. That's part one. Like I said, this is probably going to take us at least our first two class meetings, but I mean more than that. I'll put up a video series, and you're welcome to work through it at your own pace. But I anticipate this part one taking at least this first week, maybe more. And then part two, which is also going to be kind of interesting, we're going to be doing a mapping of how it spreads. So we'll be writing a GUI application here using tkinter and then Pillow to get the image to show up. And I haven't actually done this yet. So again, there'll be a video series. You're going to watch it. But my thinking is we'll have a map of the world, and then we'll have little dots show up. And we'll be able to kind of go day by day through the data and show where the size of the dot increases as the number of cases at that location increases up to some upper bound, right? Because I mean, otherwise China is going to be 80,000 cases. It'd be huge. So we're going to have to do some kind of maybe a logarithmic scale or something on that, where the size of the dot varies based on the number of cases. But we'll get there when we get there. So again, this is meant to take a couple of, well, at least a couple of weeks. If things go great and we're back in school, like they're saying, possibly April 6th, then we may only get through, part of project number one. We may not even finish all of that. We'll see. But yeah. So yeah, that's it for this first video. I just wanted to introduce the project. Make sure you have Visual Studio Code, Python installed on your computer. If you need help with that, come back in the Discord channel and get help. One other thing, you'll notice there's already like a pull request on your repository when you create it. This is set up to automatically do this. What'll happen is I will actually update this pull request as I'm looking at your code. If there's like some kind of feedback or something like that, I will use that pull request to give you feedback. I'm not 100% sure how it works yet. It's a new feature for GitHub Classroom, so we'll kind of play with that. Anyway, all right. Well, thanks for watching this first video, and get your environment set up. And then if you need help, ask in Discord. Otherwise, move on to the next video.